How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Fred-BRICKS-burg. We are not going to be working on the residential area today because I am still waiting for those parts to come in to fix my house designs. So I decided to go ahead and keep building and build the last building on the back row there and kind of prep the area here for the residential area because I promise you we will get to it soon. I already moved some of my alt builds over a little bit to give a little more room. Eventually those will all go away. But before we get to that last building, let's go ahead and add some more base plates and extend this road here. Today I'll be building the White Elephant Saloon. The White Elephant was actually the most popular name for saloons throughout Texas and was a well-known name. The saloon in Fredericksburg was built in 1888 from cut limestone, had 3 double doors, oriental wrought iron railing along the top, and a wooden front awning until 1938. Elephants were fairly rare in the Texas Hill Country 150 years ago, so a local stonemason, A.W. Petmecki, actually cast the concrete elephant from a merry-go-round that happened to be in town at the time. Inside was a wooden bar with ice chests underneath to keep drinks cold, and the saloon thrived until Prohibition, at which point it later served as other stores, including a car dealership. Actually, the White Elephant was just recently remodeled and is once again a saloon in town. The saloon's going to be on a half base plate, so I went ahead and added the sidewalk out front, the outline of the walls, and then just some brown tiling for a wooden floor there. Start by adding the first 2 walls like we normally do. Tan masonry bricks for the limestone. And then you can see that I'm using dark red as the accent color on this, and we'll see a lot of that out front on the awning. And then right now I just put up a dartboard on one of the walls, because any good saloon's gonna have a dartboard. First things first in the saloon, we need a bar and the bookshelf behind the bar that has all of the drinks. So I have a lot of empty cups and glasses there ready to be served or to be filled. Got some trans-clear bricks and bottles here, just different spirits. And then of course a longhorn mounted up on top of that. And then just some drawers on the bottom. In front of that's going to be the bar. And my idea for this is to use a lot of these containers as the base, and they'll kind of be like the ice buckets. So you'd fill them up with ice and put beers and drinks and stuff in there to keep them cold. I can only fit 1 green bottle in each, but it kind of gives you the idea as if they were all filled up. Just a row of ice boxes under the bar counter there. For the rest of the bar, it's just going to go on top of it with some tiles. I got a gold handrail there, a couple taps, a mug already filled up, and then I used this old window shade piece just to be as a door to prevent people from walking back there. And there we go. I added a few tobacco spit buckets on the floor there, just standing room only at the bar. I think it turned out pretty good. And I like the texture that those containers added on the underside of the bar there. Next I put in some chairs and tables. Put the chairs kind of at cockeyed angles just to make it look a little more dynamic, and a couple tables with some bottles, empty bottles and mugs on it. I also have one more table here with a hand of poker being played. That tile is actually kind of hard to come by. As far as populating the saloon, let's add a homeless guy who's down on his luck. We have a guy working at a restaurant that is just trying to relax after his hard day of work. And I thought this guy could be the saloon owner, barkeeper. Looks like a pretty rough guy you wouldn't want to cross. I'll put him right here just as he's serving a drink maybe to one of the tables. That's the interior. I think that's a pretty good looking saloon. Let's go ahead and add this side wall and then work on get to the front, because the front's going to be where this building has most of its character. Other side wall is similar. Went ahead and put a couple of windows in dark red on this side because this will be the inside, so we'll be able to see it. At least for now. Maybe in the future the city might keep growing. Alright, got that other wall in. Go ahead and put a little broom hanging on the back shelf here for cleanup. Pretty good looking saloon. Added some couple trash cans and some empty bottles around back. For the front, I went ahead and made some brick-built doors. That way I could get the look and the width I wanted to. So I have, nope, that's not right. I have 3 double doors here. The ones on the side are closed. They have that bar piece locking them, and then the middle ones would open in. They would hinge, but once they're all put in the building, they're not gonna hinge. But I wanted that look to make it look like they were 3 sets of doors there. Got that dark red going on. Some ingot pieces for some texture. And then the front facade has a trapezoidal piece to it, and then a lot of these ski poles in gold get that look that the original or the actual building has. There we go, looking pretty good. And then for the big awning, I'll go ahead and start with some posts here to hold it up. And then I just have a nice big dark red awning. I have it tapered out to the side. Basically I just overhung it and then used some of those slope pieces to make it look like that. I think that turned out pretty good. There we go, nice big awning and front facade of the saloon. Roof, very simple. Only thing I did is add some of those rounded plates around the edges, just give it a little bit of texture. So you're probably already thinking it, something is definitely missing up top, and that is the White Elephant. This is the White Elephant Saloon after all. Now LEGO doesn't make white elephants, but they do make gray elephants, and I got this baby elephant here, and I'm gonna put him right up top. That's what that little panel is for, if you're wondering, for his ear, how it sticks out. And then I'm gonna put a little bucket here with a white tile in it. And then I have a painter minifigure with a paintbrush with some white on it. And I am gonna have him painting the elephant, so it will shortly be a white elephant for the White Elephant Saloon. That was the best thing I could think of to make that happen, apart from actually painting the Lego piece, which I didn't want to do. So let me know what you think about that, if that is an acceptable creative solution or if it just is dumb. There we go, we got the White Elephant Saloon. Let's go ahead and add it to the city. Alright, there we go guys. The White Elephant Saloon is in Fredericksburg. Looking pretty good. Obviously the elephant is gray, but it is in the process of being painted white. Have that back row finished now, so as soon as those parts get in and I can finish building the houses, we'll do this residential area, which has a ton of room now. And you might be asking, did Fredericksburg really need a saloon if it already had a beer garden all the way over here? Which I did quite a long time ago. Here's the beer garden. And obviously the answer is yes, it needed both. Anyway, that's just a quick little update today as I was waiting for those pieces, so I thought I'd just keep the town growing and building. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you next time in Fred-BRICKS-burg.